Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Spyro 3 Year of the Dragon. Welcome back to Part 18, or, well, welcome to Part 18. Welcome back to the series, welcome to Part 18. We're gonna go to Evening Lake, or actually the, inevitable boss in the way. Spike, apparently. Oh man, cuts. Straight up cuts. So the sorceress is telling Bianca that she's incompetent, but she is going to prove herself further incompetent by creating a boss that I die to several times. Because I'm sure that's what everybody wants. Oh boy.
Without magic, I'll die, and so will your ever so slim chance of becoming a sorceress.
Motive? We have motive for what happened with this game? What is this? I don't know. Who pays attention to the cutscenes and collectibles anyway? Which is why I'm free to commentate all over it. And by the way, as you saw there, our next animal buddy was indeed in her, space of existence. Her castle, I guess. Anyway, this gigantic creature is Spike. And he gets a blaster that can basically murder our faces off. So the adventure continues indeed upon us as we go to his lair because, well, yes, Sergeant Bird is going to try to help us, but he's actually fairly successful, though he unlike Sheila, does not actually do direct damage to the boss this time. That's on you. But he's going to kind of play the role that Hunter played in Spyro 2's final boss. Because, well, Hunter dropped in a whole bunch of rocks and things for us to use, or actually, well, orbs in that game. But orbs are not present here, and so Sergeant Bird is just going to give us rocks. And by the way, you want to know what's really annoying? The whirligig sound that it makes the entire time. Because it doesn't shut up because it's hovering in the air. I missed the balloon because the balloon made no noise. And also, yes, his blasts can destroy the rocks. And yes, he can also pick up the rocks if he wants to throw them at you, I think. Or is that just the next iteration of the power-up? Also, yes, the explosions can harm you. Unlike some explosions in this game, this one can indeed harm you. But yes, so you make it far enough in, you get a flame power-up. It's basically good enough for one try. You use it, it's gone. But of course, he can do the same for you and launch flames at your butt or face or whatever direction happens to be facing the flame at that given time. And as you can tell, he does start firing quite a few shots. But that's no big deal, right? Right. Yeah, alright, so this is actually my, I don't actually know which attempt this is at the boss. I have honestly no idea, but if you notice my life counter did actually go down by like 5 tries. Because also, I got to the point again where I was like, alright, this is the first phase, and I've taken like 3 hits. And also, I think there's a point, judging by the fact that he's only firing one piece of rocket at this, I think there is actually a point where the game starts going easy on us. I mean, look, because now he's firing 2 and he's in phase 2. I do think the game actually legitimately starts going easy on us. Oh, and one more thing to mention. First off, the spiky things I don't believe block any shots, which by the way are slightly homing. Also, the blue one actually flies itself, and it's not a power-up. It flies itself into his face, hopefully, unless you're me and you miss badly because you didn't actually realize what it did. But the flame that I was starting to mention before I got distracted, those flames that are out on the thing, can and will kill you, so don't run through them if at all possible. It's probably a good idea. But what also is a good idea is, first off, getting the chickens that get dropped. Second off, stealing power-ups from him. And we were about to see what he would have done with that, but I actually just wound up murdering his face. I think what actually happens is you get a fairly long attack where he launches at you and it homes at you for a very, very long amount of time, and you basically have to run circles around the edge of the ring. But Spike's defeat and everything, let us actually head to the Evening Lake homeworld. Because we are done with the afternoon. It is now officially evening. Hooray. Also, I didn't notice until now how it says returning to Evening Lake home in the top corner of the screen just now. Because we've never actually been here before, but apparently we're returning to here. Well, whatever. We have returned to the place we've never been before.
This is serious now. The sorceress is planning a trap for you, and if she
Oh
catches
boy,
you,
a trap?
believe me,
A
you don't know
trap?
what she's gonna do. Look.
She's not gonna catch me.
Rest of the eggs. I mean it. Just take Hunter and go
Who
back home
cares?
Before
This is just another
can't
idle
say
threat.
it.
I'm not
Just
going to get
go.
caught in any traps whatsoever. So let us skip the cutscene and move on. This level, as you can probably guess, is another homeworld. This is our giant rocket that, well, they need to fix up because I guess apparently the people of this world are so sophisticated they can build a freaking rocket as opposed to this interesting contraption to take us between worlds. But, yeah. Well, we'll worry about the rocket in a few episodes because, well, as you can probably guess, as per usual, it takes most of the home worlds to actually open it. Or most of the residents from the other worlds themselves to actually open it. But anyway, this home world is actually pretty interesting because it's, again, half underwater, which of course means bad underwater controls for me, but in here, yeah, it's the fat bear again because, well, who would have guessed it? Another animal buddy. It's not like there's going to be one in the next world, is there? Oh, wait. Spoilers. Crap. Oh, well, it's not like anybody actually cared anyway, especially because most people who are watching this have probably played this before, even if it's not been in many years. But also, it's just fine. Right? Right. Yeah. So we can climb this thing, and we can go up here, and this level, actually, there's quite a few secrets in it. A lot of jumping and gliding. This is the Sparks world, which, by the way, yes, the one in Midday Gardens is now open. Because it pretty much is just, it opens whenever you go to the next world. I don't know that I actually ever clarified that. But yeah, that is how you unlock the Sparks world, is that you clear the... You clear the boss, essentially, and the one for that world unlocks. So, that's why. That's what makes it open. That's the later, they're essentially saying. Anyway, this is the fireworks factory. We'll come back here in a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean in a few parts. Because whatever. A crack in the wall, another secret. Oh boy. What a surprise. It's not like every crack in this game has a wall. That's wonderful wording. I can talk today, guys. I am wonderful. I'm great at this. I am fantastic at this. It's not like every crack in this game has a secret behind it, right? Anyway, that's the Lost Fleet right here. And also, speaking of secrets, this is kind of one of the cooler secrets in the game, and you can only do this once, so I'm actually glad I got it on film. Because if you're not careful with this, no, there's nothing to be careful with. It's a pretty good secret. I wonder how many people, or how many years it took people to figure this out, because I know it took me a long time for to figure this secret out. And let's go to the secret already. I want to go to the secret. Yes, there are frogs underwater. Frogs can swim. Go to the secret. Silly fool. Secret. I'm too preoccupied with the gems to go to the secret, as per usual. But here we go. Now I get to go to the secret. You can get swallowed by the whale. And there's an egg called Jonah, of course, conveniently in the whale, because it's obviously a reference to the giver. No, it's not. But we're gonna get spit out. Reference to the giver. Good lord. Anyway, what's next? Next is actually more secret-y things. As you can probably have guessed by the fact that we get about one power-up for every world. There's a new power-up here for this world that I think we get to go see if I get my butt above water. Oh no, wait, there's more gems in the honey speedway thing that I spoiled last episode because I can't actually read what level we're playing, apparently, and I will just spout off whatever speedway I feel like. But yes, there is a new power-up here in this level world thing. What power-up, you might be asking? Well, it's the return of the spring power-up from Spyro 2. No, that thing is dead. And yes, they stole that from Galaxy. I don't know. Maybe they stole it from Galaxy. Maybe they actually did steal that from Galaxy. I doubt it.
You'll find an egg when you get past them.
But yeah, so this is the invincibility power-up. As you can probably guess, it makes you invincible for any given period of time, assuming you manage to actually make it through the gate. But yeah, egg is ours. Come here, egg. Come here, Stuart, you and your little hat. 76 eggs. We're rocking the eggs. That's more than half of the eggs in this game. More than half. Oh boy, and look at all the gems too. As you can probably guess, we have the ability to get all the gems in the home world. They usually don't do that to you. Assuming I actually managed to find them all and don't miss them like I did, but, you know, I'm an idiot, so who knows? But anyway, one more egg here between the two towers. Ted. He doesn't talk. That was the worst joke I've ever made. Anyway, let's go find that last gem real quick here before I try to head bash the rocket. Camera freaked out a little bit there. The last gem is actually just down here in the underwater section right here because, you know, I mean, he didn't just straight up missed it. But anyway, that's 400 out of 400. And of course, level complete.